This is Karen Ranzi. I would like to make you a delicious pasta with veggies, okay? Actually with fruit, because I'm going to use zucchini, and any vegetable-like item like zucchini that has seeds inside is really a fruit. So zucchini is a fruit. And so I'm going to make zucchini pasta. Some of it is made already in the spiral slicer, and I'm going to show you how I use that. And so we got really nice strands of zucchini linguini. It's beautiful, and this is where I get my pasta. I used to eat processed wheat pasta, or spelt, or quinoa pasta, or brown rice pasta, but those had no nutrition in them, really none at all. They're extremely hard to digest. They're just packaged processed foods. And so when moving to a healthier lifestyle, and we want to get rid of all those processed foods, we can move to a veggie pasta, which is really a fruit. So zucchini pasta is great. So that's what I'm going to make for you. And I'm going to do two sauces. The first sauce that I'm going to do is a marinara. And I love that. It's so simple. It's low fat. And so sometimes I go for like a whole week without any of the overt fats, like no avocado or nuts and seeds. And I love to do this marinara. It's just really simple and yummy. So, to begin with, I am going to make my sauce. I'm going to start with a nice large tomato. I'm going to chop the tomato right into my blender. Really nice to have a high-powered blender like the Vitamix. It's just a great, great blender. And it just does it, all the sauces, so quickly. So I am chopping my tomato right into the blender. So I have some delicious sun-dried tomatoes here that I got at my favorite store in Manhattan. The store is called High Vibe. It's down on 3rd Street. Wonderful raw food, health food store, and they have the best sun-dried tomatoes ever. No salt, organic, large sun-dried tomato parts, and they're just really great. So I'm going to put in a bunch of those. I've had them soaking for about an hour or so. They probably need a little longer, some of them. But I'm going to put in the ones that are really ready to go. And the combination of the tomato and the sun-dried tomato makes a really thick, delicious tomato sauce, which reminds me a lot of the cooked tomato sauce that I used to love with tomatoes that came in a can, which didn't have anywhere the nutrition that this sauce has. I may need a little bit of extra of the water to get it going, but I'll wait on that. I am now going to put in some fresh oregano. I put just like, I don't know, not a handful, but whatever you like according to your taste. Oregano is a little strong, but I love oregano. Then I have a basil plant. I picked a lot of it already, but have some left. And then I'm going to plant it in a big pot outside. And so I'm going to throw some basil in. You can gauge your herbs according to how much you like. Now I used to put in 2 soaked medjool dates, but I don't really feel that I need that because this is sweet as it is with the sun-dried tomatoes. And I'm going to blend it up. Okay. Sauce is done. And now I'm going to take the zucchini. It's a little wet. So I'm just going to dry the outside, and then I am going to peel the zucchini, because when I go to an event, I like to bring it looking like real pasta. And so I'm going to peel it so that it's white, just like processed pasta. Sometimes when I've brought this to events, people don't even realize that it's not pasta until they taste it. And it doesn't taste like the flour pasta, but it certainly is delicious. And just because of the shape and the texture, it totally reminds me of the pasta that I grew up on, except just a lot healthier. And so what I'm going to do with the spiral slicer is I'm going to take a big chunk of the zucchini, I'm going to place it on a little dot inside. There's the little dot. And I'm going to push down and then put on the top. And we're ready to go. And if you look at the bottom, you can see the zucchini linguini coming out. Now this recipe is super simple, and you may say, it's too easy, how can it taste good? There's a lot of other raw marinara recipes that have nuts in them, that have lots of oil. I love this pasta, and I don't think it's necessary. I think we can eat it just the way it is. So I'm pouring it in here, and what you will want to do is you will want to slice it on each side, because or else you're going to get these really long strands. And so that's happened to me before. And so this really is nice to just slice it one side, turn it around, and slice it on the other side. And then pour your marinara. And then you're going to mix your sauce in with your pasta. And when I used to eat pasta growing up, it didn't always feel good afterwards. And I think it's important for you to know that when you eat processed starch, that there is a chemical reaction that occurs that acts like a drug in your body and causes a sedating effect. And so that's why often after eating those cooked, highly cooked processed starches, such as pasta, I was very sluggish afterwards. But I eat this pasta and I've got energy afterwards. And so I like that feeling. So I hope you'll join me in serving Zucchini Linguini and Marinara to your families. I'm going to take a little taste and see how I like the taste with the fresh oregano and basil. Yum. Delicious. So I'm going to prepare another sauce for you in the next video. And that sauce is a Alfredo sauce, and it's also low in fat. And I'm going to show you the trick in how to make a delicious Alfredo sauce with some nuts, but not a huge amount of nuts like in so many recipes. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel, Super Healthy Children, and my Facebook page is Creating Healthy Children. And my website, that website is superhealthychildren.com.